It's been tough, it's been intense, it's been very, very competitive. Welcome to the Mahindra AQ on NDTV 24/7. Over the past few weeks, you've seen us taking you through the various regional finals and you've seen some of that intense competition. Now it's time for our last regional final. This time it's the teams from the South Zone who will be battling it out for a place in the grand finale. Now for the last few seasons, we've actually seen that there have been two AQ champions that have been thrown up from the South Zone. So will one of the teams today have similar luck? Well, first let's go ahead and meet our teams. Like every week, we've got all our teams here seated in a random order through a draw of lots, and our very first team is coming to us from the Sri Chitra Thirunal College of Engineering, Thiruvananthapuram, Vishnu Jayaraj, Krishnan, Harihar Subramaniam. Welcome to the AQ. Seated right next to them, we've got our city champions coming in from Coimbatore, the PSG College of Technology, D. Santosh, R. Kumaresan. Joining them from MIT or the Manipal Institute of Technology, we've got Akshat Singh and Nipun Nair. All the very best, guys. Our fourth team today comes from the MS Ramaiah Institute of Management, Abhilek Chaudhary, Mithun Kalal. All the very best. Seated next to them from the Sastra University in Trichy, you've got Jai Krishnan R and Manush S. Govain. Welcome. And joining us in our studios for the second time this year, for the second time in 2 years, I should say, from Liba, Chennai, that's of course the Loyola Institute of Business Administration, Ashwin Jose and Varghese George. Good to have you guys back, taking another stab at the AQ, and it is going to be an intense and a very exciting round of the AQ, I can assure you. May the best team win. Let's begin with our straight line. The way this works is quite simple. There will be direct questions coming to each of you, and if you have the answer for me, and it's correct, it will earn you 200 kilometers. Incorrect answers, don't worry about it. There is no negative marking, and we will of course be passing this for 100 kilometers on the pass. The little twist, you can also hit your buzzers if you think you know the answer. So the first question for Thiruvananthapuram, what was the electric vehicle designed to operate in the low gravity vacuum of the moon called? No answer? All right, and we've got a buzzer coming in, and it's from all the way across Liba, Chennai.
Is it the moon buggy?
Is it the moon buggy? You're asking me, I'm supposed to be
moon
asking
buggy.
you. It is moon buggy, yes, 100 kilometers. The direct one for PSG. Name the Italian car maker founded in 1959 by an Argentine named Alejandro, manufacturing sports cars and luxury cars.
Maserati.
Maserati, no, that would be Italian. And so the buzzer coming from MIT.
Pagani.
Pagani isn't right. Don't worry, no negative marking. And since we're going to continue passing down, we skip MIT now, of course, and come to Bengaluru.
It's pass.
Passing to Sastra University.
Pass.
No answer. Liba?
It's De Tomaso.
It's De Tomaso. Right answer. Third question now, this one for MIT. Which design house did Sergio Farina head until he died in July 2012?
Pininfarina.
Pininfarina, bang on, 200 kilometers to MIT. All right, MSRMI, your direct question. I want you to name for me the city where you'll find the headquarters for Maserati.
Pass.
Passing that, and the buzzer coming from Liba, Chennai.
Milan.
Milan is incorrect. We're going to continue to pass that on. We'll go to Shastra University next. No answer. We'll skip Liba this time and now come across to Thiruvananthapuram. No answer. PSG?
Turin.
Turin isn't right either.
Bologna.
Bologna is not the right answer, and so no one getting that. The one Italian city none of you mentioned, Modena. Modena is where you've got the headquarters. Direct question now for Sastra University. Which iconic Formula One driver drove his own car to win the title?
Fangio.
Fangio. No, that's not right. We've got a buzzer from the other end of the spectrum here. SETCE. Go ahead.
Jack Brabham.
Jack Brabham is right. 100 kilometers. Last direct question. This one now for Liba, Chennai. Name the tire company founded by brothers Edouard and André in Clermont-Ferrand in France.
Michelin.
Right answer. 200 kilometers. This seems to have gone pretty interestingly, and no scores just yet, right? Let's get straight into our next round and take a pit stop. So the way the pit stop works is that you will have to pay close attention to those screens because you'll have a clip from C and B playing out. take a look at it closely, and then we'll have a related question for you at the end of that. Once again, buzzers do come into play because even though this will be directed at each of the teams individually, in case we get an incorrect answer, there is a chance for you to pick up some kilometers on the buzzer. The twist in this round, quite simply, is that if you are confident of the answer, well then tell me that before answering and you can double. All right, now if you choose to double, and only if you choose to double, well then there's a bit of a penalty. If you get the wrong answer, it's minus 100. We're going to begin this time in the reverse order. We'll start with Liba Chennai. Pay close attention. So as I said, here's what you probably remember already. The Duster is meant to be frugal, to build, buy and own. It's not trying to be upmarket or swanky, and yet it catches your eye. My question for you, Liba Chennai, under what brand name is this vehicle sold in the European market?
We would like to double.
All right.
In Europe, it's sold as the Dacia Duster.
Frugal brand from Renault. Right answer, absolutely right. Now the direct question for Sastra University, your CNB clip. So I've gotten kind of lucky because the guys at Mahindra Navistar are a very trusting lot, and so they've been generous enough to let me get my hands on two of their beasts. So the MN25, that's just a tractor. That's back there, and that's also a new model in terms of the higher fuel efficiency, 170 bhp version. So that's fresh to the market. I'll get to that in a bit. This one is becoming pretty much the mainstay of the range. This is the MN31. Question for you, quite simply, where is the Mahindra Navistar production in India?
It's in Madhya Pradesh.
It's in Madhya Pradesh. It's good you didn't double because that's not the right answer. We've got a buzzer coming in from PSG, and you guys got to tell me if you want to double or not before answering.
We are not doubling.
All right.
It's Chennai.
It's Chennai. It's good you didn't double either because we're going to continue passing this on.
Gujarat.
Not Gujarat. MIT.
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. No, that's not right either. We skip PSG now and go across.
Pune.
Pune isn't right, and we pass it now to Liba Chennai.
It's Checkered.
Checkered is the right answer. 100 kilometers for Liba Chennai. We've got our third CNB clip for MSRMI. Most new generations are improvements on their predecessors. That's not rocket science now, is it? But when the predecessor is also bloody good, well then an improvement just kind of grabs you by the... let's just say it grabs you. My question to you about the Boxster is, what generation of the Boxster was that?
Fourth generation.
No, it's not. So it's good you didn't double that either. All right, we do have a buzzer, and this time it's from SETCE all the way across.
Sixth generation.
No, it's not the right answer. MIT?
Is it the seventh generation?
No, it's not the seventh generation, which means we now pass to PSG.
Eighth generation.
Eighth generation. No, this time we skip SETCE and come all the way across to Liba Chennai.
It is the fifth generation.
Fifth generation is also incorrect. Sastra University.
Is it the 997 series?
We need to know which generation it is. So I guess that's also not right. All of you thought this was a very historic model for Porsche for some reason. It's just the third generation. It's just the third generation. No hard luck. We quickly move on now to MIT and your CNB clip. So now, of course, you want to know what is really coming to India then. Well, expect some base and some top-end variants, but the A-Class will be a pricey offering. Expect starting prices in the 16 to 18 lakh rupee range, but it will certainly create a whole new segment and certainly a new benchmark too. It only arrives in the second half of 2014. All right, MIT, that was the new A-Class from Mercedes-Benz. Did you watch that story by any chance? Oh, you should have, because my question comes from it. The new A-Class has something called an eco mode. What is that?
Does it cut off fuel supply to one of the cylinders?
No, it does not. So, no buzzers, which means we carry on to PSG.
Start-stop technology.
How does that help?
Whenever we are standing in a signal and we put the gear in neutral, the engine shuts off automatically. And whenever we press the clutch pedal again, the engine starts again.
Which helps save fuel, right?
Yes, yes.
Eco mode, right answer, 100 kilometers. PSG, it's your direct question now, and you got to look at the screens.
I think the Indian market, and here I'm a newcomer even after 16 months, is very, very fragmented. What we clearly also see is that we think a lot of untapped segments are in the rural areas. In cities like Bhubaneswar, Nasik, a lot of them which I cannot pronounce yet, are outpacing the growth in the big cities, definitively with a different command of what they are looking for.
All right, guys, and in case you recognize the vehicle behind him, that's going to help you answer this question perhaps. I just want you to identify that gentleman.
Is it Michael Bonham?
No, it's not Michael Bonham. And no buzzers, which means we go to SCTCE. No answer. Liba Chennai. Wilfred something. No, that's not right. Shastra University.
Pass.
Pass. MSRMI.
Peter Jetske.
No, that's not right either. MIT.
Dr. Wilfred Wolfgang.
No, that's not right either. So we've done a full circle. And you guys were kind of close. I think you were trying to look for Wilfred Olber. That was the guy who was replaced by Peter Honig. That was Peter Honig, who's also now been replaced as the MD of Mercedes-Benz India. So Mercedes-Benz, that was the clue. And finally, we got the direct now for SCTCE. Once again, a clip from CMB.
Ferrari always brings in the crowds.
That was the 2012 Paris Motor Show. That was the Ferrari stand. I just want you to tell me what you saw on the screens.
We'd like to double
You'd like to double, okay.
the new Ferrari Enzo chassis.
What's special about it?
It's a hybrid car.
All right, I'll give you that. The carbon fiber tub for the new Ferrari Enzo chassis. So 200 kilometers. Good pickup of points there. And with that, it is the end of round 2. And we will slip into a short break. We will reveal scores, though, only on the other side of this break. So keep watching the AQ. Welcome back to the AQ. Quite a game on our hands here, and the scoreboard, well, that's all over the place. Let's run ourselves through exactly where each team stands. You got two teams actually. That's both MSRMI and Shastra University yet to open their account. Following them, you've got PSG Coimbatore coming in with 100 kilometers, MIT with 200 kilometers, SCTCE at 400 kilometers. We're in an even stronger position for Liba Chennai, 800 kilometers. So Liba Chennai is in a good position, but as I mentioned, there's plenty more that's still coming up. 2 rounds, lots of scoring opportunities. So don't be disheartened, there's still plenty more in this AQ. We begin our 3rd round called Chicane. Simple enough round. It's once again a buzzer round in the sense that we're not going to be having any direct questions for any of you. So just pay attention. If you think you know the answer, hit the buzzer. 200 kilometers for the right answer, minus 100 for the wrong answer. And the way the round works is that you've got a set of clues that are going to come up on the screens. Watch them really intently, because none of those pictures, none of those clues are going to really be the answer in themselves. They're instead going to point you to the answer. So you've got to make the connection. All right, so here's the first set coming up on your screens now. All right, we've got a buzzer coming in from Liba Chennai. Remember, it's 200 for right, minus 100 for wrong. Go ahead.
It is the Jaguar F1 racing team, which was owned by Ford.
Give me the connections that you're seeing.
That is Mark Webber, who initially used to race for Jaguar F1, and I'm not sure who the other guy is.
Or you're not sure who the other guy is. The other guy is Dr. Ralph Spaeth, the CEO of JLR. Jaguar is the right answer. That's what I was looking for. And now you've got to connect our next set of images. Look intently at the screens. Interesting set of images there. Shastra University.
Mercedes racing team.
Mercer Racing Team.
Mercedes
Racing Team, okay. And how are you making that connection?
Looking at the symbol for the band's shirt, and Head & Shoulders being one of the sponsors of the racing team, and Williams being one of the former parts of Mercedes racing team.
Nah, that's a bit of a stretch. Unfortunately, that isn't the answer we were looking for. Jenson Button. Jenson Button is what we were looking for there. Ross Brown, of course, was the team principal. Brown GP is when you saw Jenson winning his Formula One championship. the only one he's won. He is the brand ambassador for Head & Shoulders, and he debuted in Formula One with Williams Formula One. We'll go ahead now with our next set. All right, a set of 3 images there, and MIT with the buzzer.
General Motors.
General Motors, okay. And you got to tell me how you figured that out.
Delphi is a subsidiary of GM. That guy is in some head, has been the head of some.
That guy's some head, okay.
Treasury took control of GM after 2008 crisis.
The US Treasury owns a stake in General Motors even today. That's the right answer, General Motors. That guy was Daniel Akerson, the current CEO of General Motors. All right, so it doesn't matter which way you get them, right? 200 kilometers for MIT. Now time to make another connection. Let's take a look. No one looking to venture out on this one, not at all. All right, that was a bit of a tough one perhaps. What you're seeing there is the Iranian flag. So it's an Iranian company I was looking for. The logo of the company is also very much on your screens. And Mahmoud Khayami was its founder, so a little bit tough. The company, Khodro in Iran, which is of course automotive. No harm done, we've got still more clues coming your way. Okay, another tough one. It looks like no one wants to take any guesses on this one either. The company's logo is what you're seeing on the screens on the left side. Mitsubishi Fuso is the manufacturer which licenses its products for manufacture by this company. It's based out of Karachi, and the company is Master Motors. So again, a little bit of a tough one for you. One more set of clues still in this round. The buzzer coming from PSG.
It is the automatic transmission or the dual clutch transmission from Skoda or Volkswagen.
How are you making that connection?
That is the interior of a Volkswagen car.
Okay.
And the second one is the dual clutch transmission layout.
Right.
Borg Warner is the inventor of automatic transmission.
Dual clutch gearbox was first designed by Borg Warner, and it is the DSG from Volkswagen. Right answer, 200 kilometers. Good pickup of points there right at the end of our chicane round. And once again, we're not going to do scores. We're going to go straight into the checkered flag. All right, so the checkered flag, nice and fast paced. That's what we want to see from all of our teams. It is a buzzer round, very simple. 100 for the right answer, minus 100 for the wrong answer. And it is fastest finger first. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. First question. Which Indian company has tied up with Eric Buell Racing for technical assistance? The buzzer coming from PSG.
Hero Motor Corp.
Hero Motor Corp. Right answer, 100 kilometers. Which Japanese Formula One driver finished third in this year's Japanese?
Kamui Kobayashi.
It is Kobayashi, 100 kilometers. That was the Japanese Grand Prix this year. Third question. How many years has NDTV been giving out the Car and Bike Awards? Yeah, that'll be a tough one. This will be the 8th year now. Datsun is an entry-level brand of cars being relaunched. MSRMI
Nissan.
being relaunched by Nissan. Right answer, 100 kilometers. What are the heat exchangers in a vehicle known as, which are primarily used for the purpose of cooling and heating? It's PSG.
Radiators.
Radiators, 100 kilometers once again for PSG. R. Madhavan has recently been named as brand ambassador. All right, couldn't complete that. MIT with the buzzer, yes.
Wagoner, Maruti Suzuki.
Maruti Suzuki Wagoner, question mark. Right answer, 100 kilometers. The in-car entertainment product range from Sony is called, buzzer once again from MIT.
Explode.
Explored, 100 kilometers. Which recently launched car has the tagline, moves like music? It's PSG.
Nissan Evalia.
Nissan Evalia is right, 100 kilometers. Royal Enfield is owned by which truck and bus? MIT, once again, very quick on the buzzer, yes.
Aisha Motors.
Aisha Motors, bang on. Holden is a car brand from PSG Coimbatore with the buzzer. It's going between these two teams. Yes, go ahead.
Australia.
Australia, home country for Holden. Right answer. Whew. Nice and fast-paced. Lots of action there. Seems like we have a bit of a tradition on the AQ in season 4, and that is that every show so far we've had a tie. You guys living up to that tradition. I'm not going to tell you what the overall standings are, but two teams tied, and so we're going to have a tiebreaker between just those two teams. The teams are sitting right next to each other, PSG and MIT. So you guys got to listen carefully. I'm going to ask you a simple question. You got to hit your buzzers if you think you know the answer. You get the answer right, you go ahead. If you get the answer wrong, the other team goes ahead. So pay close attention. Which defunct brand from General Motors used to have a model called Firebird? And it's MIT with the buzzer. Let's hear the answer.
Pontiac.
Pontiac is right. Hard luck, PSG, but now it's fair that we can take you through to the scoreboard. First up, you've got Sastra University going backwards just a little bit with minus 100 kilometers. The team next to them, MSRMI, coming in next with 100 kilometers. SETCE with 500 kilometers. Up next, you've got PSG Coimbatore with 700 kilometers. And that's, of course, where the tie was. MIT coming up next with 800 kilometers now. And right up front, 1,000 kilometers for Liba Chennai. I told you at the start, the South Zone always throws up some pretty intense competition. You saw that today, and a strong team emerging as our South Zone finalist. Let's invite them up here. Come on up, guys. Ashwin Varghese, congratulations. Very well played. Let me also join us here, Mr. Vivek Nair from Mahindra & Mahindra, Chief Marketing Officer of the Automotive Division.
Mahindra AQ is a very exciting part of our brand building calendar. It allows us to engage with the youth. It allows us to nurture and stimulate auto passion in the country.
Right, so the Loyola Institute of Business Administration sweeping through that South Zone Grand Final, which means that the stage is now set for our finale. We'll have 4 teams battling it out for the championship of AQ 2012. And for the first time in our history, there will be 3 business schools in our finalists. So something to look forward to. It will be pretty intense. It will be a very different format as well. So look forward to that on the program next week. Until then, it's goodbye from us, and stay with NDTV 24/7 for the news headlines. As always, we've got a question for all of you watching at home as well. In which global motorsporting event does Mahindra Racing participate?
Send us your answer via SMS. Type AQ, leave a space followed by your answer along with your name and city and send it to 56388. The contest closes at 9 p.m. on Sunday. 25 lucky winners will get AQ goodie bags, and 1 grand prize winner who sends in the correct answer through all 4 regional rounds gets to go on to a Mahindra Great Escape. Visit the Mahindra AQ Facebook page and the Twitter handle for more updates.